let's get down the first trail, and then we're going to do a bike check at the bottom for anyone that's interested. So I'll shut up and just ride now. Sketchy. Oh, I messed that up. Avoid the mud. Right, let's get the proper camera out and do a bike check for you if you're interested. This is my Pace RC627 Hardtail. I've owned this frame for 6 years now, and the numbers are, if you're interested, we've got a 64-degree head angle, 75.5 seat angle, a 485mm reach, and a wheelbase of 1225mm, and this frame is a size large. It's currently built up with 29er wheels and 130mm travel fork, and the intention of this bike was a budget build to save winter miles off my Transition Scout suspension bike. So let's take a closer look. The heart of this frame is the 853 Reynolds tube set, and Ascend Components Flight SL 175mm super light dropper post hope seat clamp. Purely by accident, the dropper post came with a nice little sticker that matched the colour of my bike more or less exactly. This top cap goes up to 11 for a little spinal tap joke, and we're just running a Sonder Bikes bar and stem, real budget items, and an out front mount for my light because I do a lot of night riding. These brakes, I think they're Shimano NT200s, and they've got to be 10 or 12 years old. They came off a giant Anthem I bought and upgraded. These brakes have done many trips to the Alps. They've never failed, and there's no signs of any failure, which is why they're still on my bike. They just never got upgraded. I run a 180mm disc on the front and a 160mm disc on the rear, and I actually don't need any more than that. They're absolutely fine, no overheating problems or anything like that. Crankset is Dior, the cheapest Shimano clipless pedals I can get. Shimano XT 11 to 46 cassette. I run a 32 tooth chainring at the front. If I can't climb it, anything with the 46 tooth gear, then basically it's not climbable by me anyway. Shimano Dior derailleur, absolutely bomb proof, and when you do bend it, you can bend it back into shape. This one's been down the road at about 20 miles an hour and is still going strong, and I smash it off just about everything I can find. DMR death grips, 11 speed SLX shifter, fabric saddle. Marzocchi Z2 fork, 130mm travel, and I've modified the compression damper because I found it runs too much compression damping, and there's a stack more to be had that this dial doesn't allow you to access. I prefer a much softer fork, and the damping that comes on the fork just ruins it for me. The rebound damping's fine, just the compression is rubbish. Hutchinson worm on the front. For me, the perfect tyre. I can ride everything from enduro and bike parts to cross country and not feel at a disadvantage. Hutchinson Kraken on the rear. Both tyres are 29 by 2.4 trail casings. Wheels are Stan's Arch Mark 4s. A good compromise, light and strong. And I won't have any carbon on my bike. I've had a carbon bike before and it didn't end well. So yeah, I wouldn't even run a carbon handlebar. And the best bottle cage money can buy is a Specialized side entry. Because it's side entry, the bottle can't be ejected out the front, which is how you lose most water bottles. Never lost a bottle out of this, even in the Alps, and you can get left and right handed entry ones. Shimano dropper post lever, cheap, and in my opinion as good as any of the bling on the market. So that is my budget hardtail bomb-proof bike build, and in its current guise it weighs about 12 kilograms, which isn't bad for a steel hardtail. I could probably lose another kilogram off that by, well, I could lose a kilo just off the forks. No, what could I lose off the forks? Well, these forks weigh 2 kilos, and if I put a Sid or probably a Fox 34 SL, I could knock off, yeah, half a kilo I think. And I could also knock off probably quarter of a kilo by putting an XT crankset on and a different derailleur. But I'm happy with that compromise. Enough of looking at my bike, let's get back to some riding. The trail area I'm at now is one where they regularly hold enduro races a couple of times a year, and they held one up here about 2 weeks ago, so it'd be interesting to see how the trails have held up to probably 500 riders going down them a couple of times a day. Right, first trail over this side. Drop the pace down, there we go. Oop. Hey. I'm loving the gorgeous dappled sunlight that's coming through the trees now. Although that makes it hard work for the camera. All bright and shaded areas. Lovely. Back to the top. Right. The trails are continually evolving. We've got to go around the tree that came down this winter now. Quite marbly today.
Wrong line there. Oh, that was a little case. That's why I need slightly tougher tyres and wheels. Whoa. Foot out. Splendid. Ooh. Bit over eager on the front brake there and nearly had a skid on the front. Whoa, front wheel slide then. Fallen tree and shonky new thing. Ooh. That's the thing with this woodland, there's so many shonky, badly built wooden features in it that it's worth looking before you leap. Too slow. Yeah, despite a bit of rain yesterday, the trails are blown out. There we go. The grip's not to be trusted. Oh. I'm not riding very well today. That brake's worn out. Right. I always go round that gap on a hardtail, and that's the joy of a hardtail. You can either look like a hero and hit everything and amaze everyone, or you can use it as an excuse to say, "Nah, on a hardtail, mate, not doing that." And I do both of those. Oh, braking bumps. Wow, it's getting bumpy. Wow. That tree comes up really quick. Walkers. That's walkers with an L. There is no N in that at all. Right, back to the top. Although some of them you definitely need to insert an N. Oh, messed that up. Whoa. No back brake at the moment. Time for new pads when I get home. It's amazing how much I use the back brake. Oh, more shonky. Yeah, I use the back brake a lot to turn the bike, not just slow it down. It's something I do on a motorbike as well. A little dab of back brake helps it tip into a corner. Right, that'll do for me today. I'm gonna head home because it's due to rain in about half an hour, and I'm going to watch motorbike racing, eat curry and have a beer. Thank you for watching and see you again soon. Bye. Actually, now we're on the road, it's a proper bye. Bye.